Hey guys. Okay, so I'm going to be doing something a little different today. Uh, that's not like the normal junk journals that that I make. So uh, I've tried planning out a bunch of this, but we're just gonna have to see how it goes. I get this question and I get asked this so many times. So I thought, you know what, maybe I should try to do it. Hopefully I can explain this in a way that I don't confuse everyone and that it is actually helpful to somebody. So I'm going to try my best, but I just want to put it up there, right at first that, that this is going to be like a work in progress type thing, because I've never had to explain this to somebody before, and it's been so long since I've done this. First, let me just start with what I'm going to do here. So what I'm going to do is show y'all how I used to make my photo albums before I started buying templates of albums that the templates that I've showed y'all before. Templates where I use those to make all of my photo albums and all that kind of thing. That's like family photo albums. I call them my pretty albums. But before I found people selling them on Etsy, like they sell the templates already ready to go. One of my most favorite, and y'all know this, is Genevieve. I use all of her stuff. I have every template she's ever made. And since I found her, I don't have to make my own templates anymore. I don't struggle with trying to make my albums. So it's a lot easier just to buy a template and follow that. But I've gotten this question for so long, and I get it constantly. So I thought that I would try. So I'm going to try and show y'all how I used to do it. I had to pull out one of my old albums from like 10 years ago and try to figure out how I did it. That's how long it's been since I made my own without, buying a template. So I think I've kind of figured out, I had to do a little practice run, and I think I've got it, how I used to do it. Okay, so this is the paper I'm going to use. I've been holding on to this collection because I didn't know really what I wanted to do with it, and I didn't want to waste any of the papers. It's just so pretty. I've showed y'all this before. It has like the gold foiling and stuff like that in there. Just, the papers are so pretty. I love Frank Garcia's, all of the collections that he does for Prima. Anyway, so I used this collection, and also I found some of the flowers, but I found this at the 99-cent store, and it matches this like perfectly. No, it was Dollar Tree. Yeah, this was it. The stickers were at Dollar Tree, but I thought they were so cute, and they match, not all of them, but most of these match this, so I thought that was really cute. Anyway, I'm just showing y'all a little bit of stuff that I have that I'm going to be working with. Okay, so one of the things that I do, the first thing I do is I figure out what size of album that I want to make. This one is just going to be a simple 4x6, just like a standard size. I thought that would just be easier to work with. So I have some cardstock, and you can use cardstock. You can use anything that is a little bit thicker than, regular sheet. You want something that's thicker than like copy paper or something. So I figure out my size, and then I cut that out. And then for my spine, you just want to, however thick of a spine you want, you cut that for the width, and then cut it for the height of your covers. Now, to get the pages, there are like so many different ways you can do for your pages. One of the easiest ones that I found, like in the beginning, was like this way, where you just kind of put them, you stack them on top of each other. To get these to where they, you know, kind of line up. I'll show y'all how I did that. Let me find a piece of paper. Okay. So what I do is I'll take my covers, like of whatever, and this will work with whatever size album that you want to make. And I'll lay them side by side on my sheet of paper or my whatever I'm, you know, I like to make my pages a little bit thicker too. So I wouldn't do it on like a sheet of paper. But I lay my covers side by side, and then I add 1/4 of an inch. So actually I'll show you on one of these right here. It'll be easier for this right here. So like this one, I just laid my covers side by side, and then I add 1/4 of an inch. And that's where I'll cut it. And I do that 3, 4, however many times you want to do it. It doesn't matter. I'm just doing these just to make this one so it's not too complicating. So then, after you have your 3 sheets, they'll be all the same size. But what you want to do is put all of your 3 sheets for your pages together, and then you're going to cut them by 1/4 of an inch. So all 3 would start out as long as this big one, or this longer sheet right here. So the second sheet, I would cut 1/4 off of that, and then line these 2 up, and then cut 1/4 off of, you know, the third one. So you're going to have 3 sheets of paper that's going to end up being kind of like, what do you call it? Like maybe like stair step, you know? So the middle one is going to be the shortest, and then not the middle, the first one will be the shortest, and then you see it comes out and it's like 1/8 on this side and 1/8 on this side. And then your first page here is going to do the same thing. You're going to have 1/8 on this side and 1/8 on this side. So that's how I get the 3 sizes for my pages. And then to get your see how it has like this part right here is going to go on the spine like that. So to get that, you just want to find your middle, and you can do that just by folding it over, or if you have a ruler that has the thing where you can line it, you know, like this, and find your center like that. That's what I do. And usually I start with the first one, and I'll make 1 inch and make sure that it'll fit on your spine. I don't remember what size this one is here, but because I just randomly cut it. Okay, it's about 1.5 inches. So I do the for the middle, I'll make that 1 inch like that. So that's how I do for my pages. So it'll end up being like this, and then you just glue all of these pages together. Like you'll put glue or tape on this, and then line it up in the middle and stick it to this one, and then glue or tape here, line it up in the middle, and stick it to there. So that's so now we have the spine, the pages, and the cover. And you would want to make sure that your spine and your pages are like, you don't want to do a 4-inch spine with this size of my pages. If you're doing a 4-inch spine, then you want to make sure your spine, you know, or your pages are going to match accordingly. So if I was doing, you know, if this was 4 inches, then you want your pages to be like this and have about, you know, about 1/4 inch on either side like that. I hope this makes sense. I think it's making sense. So, let's see. So first what I want to do though is, let's see, I'm going to show y'all how I do my covers, and this is how I do my covers with any of my, like my family photo albums. So I'm going to lay my cover. This is just some tea-dye paper. So I'm going to lay my cover on this sheet of paper here. I'll take my ruler, just so that it'll help me have a little bit of like overage or whatever. Because you want to have some paper to wrap around. Like you'll see that part in just a second. And I'm not measuring this like perfectly. I'm just allowing myself from the top of this cover, I'm just allowing myself some like overage. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're not gonna see like where you cut or any of that. And I need one for this. Actually, I'll just do this. So you want one for each of your covers. If you want to do it this way, this is the wrapped way. You don't have to do this. I just like this way. Another way you could do it is whatever you wanted to, like I already got my cover decorations kind of prepped. So if you don't want to do this wrapped way, you can just put whatever decoration and just glue that right to your cover. Just like that. I'm just wanting to wrap mine. I just like that a little better. So, what you're going to do is have your covers. Where's my other one? So we're going to wrap the covers like this. And, where is my, okay, let me see. I need some tape. So I'm going to use probably a combination of some tape and some glue. I could have prepped this part, but I didn't think about it until just now. So, I'm going to try to do this pretty quick. I wish I would have thought about it ahead of time. But I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. I was trying to get everything I could think of prepped and ready so that this wouldn't take long or, be boring or any of that. But I do want to show y'all how to put this together. Maybe we can, yeah, maybe I can just put it, we can do certain parts of this, like in this video, and then I'll do like a second part for like the next steps. Maybe I can do something like that, so that way it's not, dragging out and being just a really long, video. I love these. This is some new tape that I got. My husband ordered me some. I needed some more tape. I ran out and I was using the little tape runner type things. Like I was using these and it wasn't working with some of the papers, and it doesn't work good with copy stain and tea dye. It rips the papers up. So, or it was user error. I'm not sure. Probably it was my fault because I'm not used to using those. So, my husband ordered me some more tape, and he ordered it, and it's these, they're like smaller. They're the same, you have the same amount as the suquain, but they're like a smaller, like the round thing is, like the thing it's on is smaller. So, I think that's pretty cool. And it's a lot easier to use instead of having the big thing where it's, you know, you gotta, it always falls like down my wrist or whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of liking these little ones better than the bigger roll. And they work really good. I tested them out with some different papers and stuff, and they work pretty good. So I'm going to use a little combination of some of this here, just because I don't want to have like an air pocket here when I lay it down, which you're not really going to see it anyway, but it's just personal preference. So I'm going to lay this kind of in the middle. Make sure you get it like all mushed down really good. And then what I'm going to do is come and fold over each of these 4 sides. Like that. And then what you want to do, just to get rid of some bulk, because like, I'll show you. If we were to glue this down and then come back and glue this down, like it's adding all this extra bulk that is not needed. So you want to cut your corners off. There's no like perfect way or anything. You don't have to be super careful. You just want to, it's just to get rid of some of that bulk. And it makes it easier to like pre-fold it, so that way you can see like exactly where the lines are. And it kind of helps it a little bit for you to get right at that corner. So, let's see. I think I'm just going to use glue. Normally, I would tape and glue on this part too, but to save time, I'm just going to glue. So, you're going to put glue on each of these little tab wing type things here. And just glue all of these down. You know, I'm just going to put all my glue at one go. And then I'll come back and fold everything over. Just like that. So it just wraps it so that it has like a cleaner line like going around. It just makes it I don't know, it just has more of a uniform look to me. And it's just up to you, like personal preference. So whatever you think that you will like, and you can do a couple of, you know, like like, I would try it first and see which way you like it better. And then just go from there with it. If you don't want to do all the wrapping and stuff, then you don't have to. And I don't do it on every album that I make either. It's just some of them. And it's really depending on what style I'm going for like whatever paper I'm using, or if I have a certain way that I want the cover to look. Like, all that, like, kind of matters, I guess. Okay, so here's the covers, and this is going to be the outside. This part will be the outside, like that. And then, oh, I need to grab another. Let me see if this is going to be enough for that. I don't think that's going to be enough. I got to grab another sheet of paper. Let me grab, I'm just going to grab the whole thing. Okay, so this is all my tea-dyed paper. I'm going to set those to the side for right now. Oh, also, I need to tell y'all this real quick. Before I put all of this together, I will make me a piece that's kind of a cardstock piece of how big my pages are. So I'll lay this down on like a sheet, you know, a cardstock, and I'll lay this down and then just trace out just this page right here. And they'll all be the same size. So you just need one of them. So you would want to lay that down and fold that all the way over and trace that out and get the size of your page. So that's how you can make all the stuff, like your pockets and all that stuff. It'll be easier to do this before you put these all together. I should have told you all that in the beginning. And also, I make me another one that is the same size as my covers. I just do that just so that it's easier when I'm doing like the decorating and that part. But this one is the main one. You're definitely going to want to make you an extra piece that is just the size like of your pages. It just makes things simpler later. Okay, I'm trying to remember what I need to do next here for this spine. Again, I haven't thought a lot of this through yet. This is about as far as I got with it. And then also picking out my pages. I'm going to have these on the inside or the outside, and then these on the inside. So for, let's see, for the spine. Oh, and I also need to cover. So I need to get another piece, like glue these down like this. And then cut that out. So that way this part is also covered. Or you can cover it with some of your decorative paper if you want. I may do that. I may just put, yeah, I'm going to probably do that. I'm just going to glue this down to it. You don't have to cover it unless you just don't want the little lines showing, which I don't care about that. So I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so we need to get the spine part here done. So what I'm going to do, I really need a thicker piece, actually. I don't, let me see if that's big enough. Okay, all right, this piece right here might be big enough. I'm going to cut off a piece of this cardstock. I need something that is going to be big enough so I can lay these on here. This is what's going to connect your covers and your spine together. So, yeah, this will work. All right, let me see about how big this is. All right, so it's just a fourth under from being 4 inches, but it's enough. You don't really have to measure it. You just want enough for your spine to sit on there and your covers, so that it'll grab onto your covers like that. Let me move this so that you aren't getting confused like that. So I just have that sheet there, and I lay my spine down, and you want to have enough on either side of your spine to lay your covers down like that. And I'm going to take my pencil here in a minute and mark this off. You want to leave yourself just a small little gap also. So that way, whenever you fold it, it'll fold. If you push them together like this and then you glue it down, it's not going to want to fold. So, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put the spine down onto this paper. And instead of using the glue, I'm going to use the tape, just because it will hold stronger. I don't want to do just the glue, because I feel like it might not hold. So I trust the tape more, I guess. I should have, if I'd have thought this through a little more, the cardstock would be the same color as my tea dye, but I didn't think all this part through. I really just, I just put a lot of this right here together, like, about 30 minutes ago. So I wasn't that prepared. So now what you want to do, where's my, well, I need my, oh, here it is. Okay. I need my little score thing here. And what I'm going to do is, I need to score just on this little part right here. Just on the other side of the spine right there. I'm going to do that on both sides. I'm kind of guessing. This is not, see, I'm just kind of feeling for that line and then moving it if I need to. This will just help make it a little bit easier. And then I also need to go on this part right here. So you're going to do the sides and the top and bottom. Okay, so you have that. So now you kind of have like a guide almost. You're going to go on either side of that. Like, see how it made like an indent? I don't know if it shows really well, but actually, let me see. I can put like a pencil mark in there. Like, it has like this little indent, like a little valley right there. So I'm going to go just on the other side of that valley right there, like that. And that's where I'm going to tape this down. Do I have a bigger tape? I thought I had a bigger tape over here. Oh, yeah. Is this one bigger? Oh, here we go. There's a bigger one. So I'm taping on just the other side of that little groove that I made. Just like that. And let me take all this tape up. This seems like a lot of process and a lot of steps, but it is worth it because these albums come out they come out so cute. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue where the like leftover, I don't want to cut it, so I'm just putting some glue where the tape didn't get on there. Yeah, but these albums are worth it. You know, it's worth the time that you put into it because they come out just so cute. So I'm going to line up my spine. Oh, I got off a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's okay. It's a little off. I can't really get over top of it to see if I'm... Oh, I'm way off on that. Hold on. That one was bad. Okay, that's a little better. A little crooked, but it's okay. So now you have these flaps here that you're going to wrap around as good as you can. See how I'm like way crooked? I'm way crooked on the bottom here. I can probably fix it. Let's see. Oh, once you get it on there, it doesn't, you can't tell. I think it's because my cardstock, the white is off, so it's making me think the whole thing is, because the way I cut it crooked. But it's not actually crooked, so it's just this this cardstock making me think it. Got stuck to me. Maybe I can also show y'all the other way to do album covers. If you don't want to do all of this process, there is a faster way. To me, it's not like it's going to have a total different look and everything, and the construction itself is going to be it'll be way different. And I feel like doing it this way is a lot more durable. It's more sturdy. It's going to last a lot longer. So it's worth taking the extra steps. So after you mush everything down, you're going to work in that little groove in the middle there. And then don't just like hurry and fold it real quick. You want to slowly kind of work that over. Like that. Because back here will start cracking if you were to just hurry and just, you know, smush it together real quick. So, this is what we have so far. This is stark white compared to this, but I didn't have anything ready, like, real quick because I didn't think about it, but it's okay. I can fix it. I can actually use my ink and, well, why won't you go in there? I think it got dried in there. I can use my ink. I can come back later and ink it all up because I'm going to ink the edges and all of that anyway. So, I'll do all of that off camera. I'll do like a part 2 to this, and I'll tell y'all like what I did. I think that'll be fun. So, you know what? Let's put the pages together. Let's see. This is about that size. This part is really easy. You just put you some tape in that middle piece. Actually, that one might work here. This might work better. And you do want to use a really good, a really strong tape on your pages, like putting them together, because you don't want them coming apart. That would not be good. So, you definitely want a strong tape, a really nice permanent tape. There's a little bit of, like that tape didn't cover this whole piece, so I'm going to add in this little strip right here where it didn't come quite all the way over, just to make sure that I'm good and covered. Okay, so this part here, there's a couple ways you can do it. Because I can't stand right over top of it, I'm going to do mine like this. So this part is ready, and if you put them on something that's like flat like this, then you know this part, like the height part, is good, and you just have to worry about centering the pages like that. And I didn't center it that good. Okay. Let me try that one more time. I'm going to center the one end first. Oh. And then try to get this one. Am I good? Okay. I think it's good enough. And another way you can do it is laying it flat down and doing it this way, and then making sure you have enough even on either side. To me, that's a little harder to do. So, I like to just stand it up and, you know, do it this way. So, to me, it's just easier that way. Just however you want to do it. So I'm going to get the top one in the middle, and then try to get the bottom part in the middle. And if you get off a little bit, it's okay. Like, these are handmade items, so if anyone's expecting perfection, then you probably should just buy one, because they're not machine made, and I think that's what makes them so special. Okay, so the pages are ready now. And move all of my tapes back. So, coming back to the spine, I want to cover this before I put my pages on here. So I need to get another piece of some tea dye paper. So what I'm going to do is just put some glue and tape all over here and glue it down to this So all this will be just even, like even color. Oh. And I did have some sheets of the, of like double-sided tape, but I don't know where I put them. So I'm gonna have to just do it this way. I'll try to do it quickly, so I'm not boring y'all. But I do want to just show the whole process, so that way, if you have never made one of these, or you're curious and you want to try to make one yourself, then you can. And I'm not skipping any of the parts. So that way you'll have, you know, you'll be able to see the whole process. Also, I finally got finished with, you know, the big project that I was doing. And that's actually why I took a little bit of time. I haven't uploaded anything in a little bit because I was trying to finish working on that. And I will be, I'll let y'all know about that shortly. Y'all will be finding out about that. I'm so excited. I cannot wait, for y'all to see what all I was doing. So excited. Like, I'm also nervous, though. I'm, like, excited and nervous at the same time. It was a big deal. It was a big deal. Like, some people may not think so, but for me, that was a really big deal. It's a very special project, so I can't wait. I'm excited about that. I can't wait for y'all to find out about that. So, it shouldn't be too much longer. And then y'all will know all about it. And then y'all can be excited with me. It's going to be so cool. You know what? I don't really need to tape this whole thing here. The reason I did that is because this is the spine and it has a lot more wear and tear on it. So I really want that, you know, just extra secured. Even though this is just a cover piece going on it. So with this one here, I'm just going to put one in the middle. Kind of like how whenever I wrapped the covers. And then I can just put a little tiny glue right there. Just for like an air pocket. So that it don't have an air pocket. Okay, so let me just do a quick mush. Make sure they're all stuck down really good. Yeah, all these little bumpies. Okay, let's take all this. Oh, I keep knocking that down. All this tape backing off now. Gonna be a bunch. Come on. This album is gonna end up being the cutest. I haven't made one of these in a while. I've been busy doing other things. So it has been a little bit since I've done a full, like a full covered little mini album thing. So for where I didn't put the tape, again, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue Just because it makes like these air pocket things. And I don't really like them. And I'm going to take my sheet of tea-dye paper and lay it over here. It's good. I'm going to try to get it to the edge as much as I can. At least on the bottom part. You don't have to because you can cut it. And I'm going to have to cut some of it anyway. So it doesn't really matter. You don't have to be super picky about that. I have a ton of trash already. You want to mush it down. Make sure you get all that tape really good. And then also, you want to slowly kind of bend it where your spine is, just to show you where those lines are, and then make like a little crease right there, just so you have a good coverage of this paper. And then you want to trim around. I'm going to use my scissors because I don't want to bring my big heavy cutter over here. Come on. These scissors have not been working good for me lately. And they're my favorite scissors. But they haven't been cutting right. Like they act like they're stuck. But there's nothing on them. I've cleaned them. And I did some of that goo be gone stuff, or whatever that stuff is called, where it gets rid of like sticky glue stuff. And they're, you know, and they still just don't work right. So I'm not sure what's going on with them. But for even thin paper, they'll get hung up. You know, as if they were cutting something like really thick. Okay, so now we have the little covers. And we can put our pages in. So we just glue them in like that. Oh, I need to fix that because I'm trying to rush, but I can come back and just, actually, I already got it open. Just put a little glue right there. Yep. Perfect. Okay, so we can put our pages in like that. You can also decorate the pages and then put them in. I just like to put them in and have everything already in here before. But I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put... Oh, no, I can't put this yet because I need to get some paper and cover that spine. Actually, let me see how far I'm at right now. I'm at 48 minutes. Okay, well, we may stop at this point, actually. I didn't want this to be really long. So I think we will stop here. This is a good part to stop at anyway. So we have the cover ready to go and wrap. Oh, I kind of bent that. So we have the cover ready. We got our pages ready. I already have kind of an idea how I'm going to put... oh, this is not going to be the only thing I do with the covers. I just wanted to have a direction. So I'm going to wrap this, or use my distress ink and give that some color because I don't want it stark white. And then these will go on the cover, the front and the back. And then I have these to go on the insides. And then this will go here like this. And then we can add stuff and decorate the pages and all that too. So, but I'm going to stop at this point. And then we'll keep going. In the next video, we'll do some more. And I'll try to prep stuff so that it's not taking, you know, forever. So I'll try to prep and think ahead of what I'm going to be doing. So that way it won't be as boring. I'll try to pre-tape and do all that stuff and find my bigger sheets. Okay, so that's going to be it for this. And if you like this idea, then give me a thumbs up and let me know if this is something that y'all are interested in. And I guess that'll be it for this one. So until next time, bye.